How's it going, everybody? This is Eddie, and welcome back to the Minecraft Let's Play. Um, I'm in the village, obviously, and there were a bunch of villagers up there until I removed the fences around the rim. It seems that they went in here thinking it was a house, and then just sort of ascended up the ladder, because, you know, when two mobs, or two people, or two entities, or whatever you want to call them, collide on a ladder, they both just kind of rise, and so it was packed up there. So I removed the fences, and now when that happens, they'll just, you know, jump off the edge and take a little bit of damage. Alright, so let me just throw in some stuff here. This is not a very organized chest, but oh well. Actually, I think I have a chest with gravel in it. Yep. Okay. So sorry, I just sort of started recording a little early because it was funny to see that, but then they kind of got out of the way and you didn't get to see it. Fantastic. There's food here. That's exactly what I wanted. They're emeralds? There are. I guess I kept those there to trade. Now this guy I trapped in here, I can't remember why. Because he's a great paper trade. Yeah. He should have been. I should have taken him to the Exploitomatic, but I didn't. Kind of forgot he was there. I just took the first of every villager that was easy to get, and that took long enough. Although this guy would have been really easy. He's blocked in. Alright, but enough talk. What are we going to do today? I will tell you. We are going to do some terraforming in the area and prepare to build a few more buildings. Now, I like this project because it's kind of like a great way to like exercise my building skills. It's just small houses that are simple and stuff like that. But I figured this is a great shovel. Unfortunately, it has fortune on it, which in this case doesn't work out too well since the roads are gravel. They will become... We probably won't need an axe when we do this. But the gravel will become flint really easily, which is kind of sad. But alright, this looks terraformed. This area in the corner here needs a little work. I'm just going to punch these and hope I don't get flint. I'm actually not sure. I think you can still get flint when you punch them. Not 100% sure on that though. Might not be able to. Need a shovel for that. But, alright, there we go. And now it looks kind of weird to have that bump in the wall. So let's just get rid of that right there. Alright, that's good enough. This area is a little bumpy. So this, okay. Let's do this. Y is 64. And Y is 64. Okay, so we could kind of eliminate this whole area and make one giant flat land, which I think would look pretty good. And I got something to talk about while we do this. I just downloaded Team Fortress 2, TF2. I used to play it like very briefly, and I was just terrible at it. I'm horrible at don't need that anymore. PvP games like that, and I really don't enjoy like when with that kind of a thing. It really comes down to a time investment in the game, and like practicing the skills and getting the strategy, learning the jargon, that kind of a thing, which is all great. And I mean, clearly a lot of people like that, or else games like Call of Duty wouldn't be popular or anything like that. So, or Team Fortress 2 is very popular, and you know, because it's that style of, that's basically what a multiplayer shooter game is. And I'm fine with single player shooters, but for me personally, multiplayer shooters, I'm just terrible at them, and of course I could get better if I spent the time, but I don't think that you should be struggling with the game. Like, I know a lot of people enjoy learning that kind of a thing and getting those skills down and really learning the techniques, but for me, I think that you really shouldn't have to. I mean, it's a video game. If there was something that you needed to practice that hard, I mean, I know it's a different beast, but what was this again? Oh, I think I know what this is. Oh yeah, forgot about this. Was this a skeleton spawner or what? Didn't really loot these. Oh goodness. Okay. Well, I don't need an entrance. Whoa, lag there. I don't need an entrance to that from here, so I'm just gonna block it up. I can get it from the other cave. I don't really need it. If it is a skeleton spawner or any other spawner, I don't need it. It would just be a matter of the mossy cobblestone and other stuff like that, so whatever. But, as I was saying, so yeah, it's not for me, Team Fortress 2, but I downloaded it again because of the new Man's vs. Machine, I think it's called, which is, of course, PvE. And I used to play a game that's still around, I believe, and I don't know how popular it is. I don't know if it was ever popular or if it's popular still or what, but it was called Guns the Duel, G-U-N-Z, and it was like kind of one of the first games that I ever really got into. That was that style of game. I mean, when I was a littler kid, I would play RuneScape and I would play Guns the Duel and that kind of thing. You know, before I had a console, really was the difference there. Now, of course, I'm gravitating back to PC gaming because I think console games have kind of gone down a bad path. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Guns the Duel. So I used to play that, and that was a game. It was an online game that was played. I mean, it was downloaded. It was a lot like Team Fortress 2, but it was kind of like everyone had, like, you know, the trench coats and the huge guns, and you were jumping around, flying around, and everyone had swords too. And it's actually, when you can get, if you were to get like a bunch of your friends and play the game, it was often really fun. I'm trying to decide how to terraform this. We're just actually just gonna move on from here for now. Yeah, and it was really fun because of the fact that you could fly around, and they had this thing in the game. A little bit off topic from what I wanted to talk about, but I think it's interesting. These different playing styles, but not like programmed into the game. Like, they were kind of like community-made playing styles with names and everything like that, and if you didn't pick it or anything. It was just however you were playing, that was your playing style, and generally you fit into certain categories. So as far as the sword fighting goes, they had this thing. I think, in my opinion, it maybe was a glitch that they decided to keep because it was kind of cool, or a bug that wasn't intentional or whatever, but basically, if you swung your sword, if it was called, what was it called? Oh god, was it called? Well, there was one thing called butterflying, I think, that, like, you slashed your sword and you blocked with your sword, and you went a little faster or jumped a little farther or something like that. That was one thing. But then there was also one where you dash against a wall. It's because there was like a dash and a, you know, obviously like a jump and pretty standard, but if you dashed again, I'm just gonna fill this area in, I think. if you dashed against a wall and swung your sword, then you could jump again in midair. So it was, you know, they had the standard programmed in acrobatics moves like running on the wall and, you know, that kind of a thing. But then there was also this hard to do, like something that it took, like the new players couldn't pick up right away, where you were, you know, going along the wall and climbing up it with a lot of speed. I mean, there were ways to climb the wall that were programmed into the game where you'd shove your sword into the wall and then, you know, jump again, and then shove it back into the wall. That kind of a thing, which was really interesting to me, though, that there were these different playing styles of some people that would bring in the heavy guns and they'd get to the vantage points and they'd shoot you and everything like that. I think that's fake. But then there were other people that would be running around with swords, just kind of flying up walls and all this other stuff. And it was, so it in my opinion, it had like a similar balance like Team Fortress 2 does, because of the different ways people could play. Ooh, that area needs some work. Oh boy. Alright, let's get this away from the windows first of all. But anyways, in relationship to Team Fortress 2, that was like the first style, that was the first game that I played really a lot. And they had this thing called quest mode that was it was newer. When I originally started playing, I didn't have it, and then I kind of stopped playing, and then I started playing again when they added this quest mode. And what this quest mode was these waves of like little goblins and guys like that spawn, and they drop these little items, and some of them, sometimes they drop some other random stuff, and you know, you could sell this loot in the store, and then you could also keep it and combine it, and when you had one on you during certain times, it would allow the I think there's a bunch of zombies out there. It would like bring out certain boss fights, and it was great fun. And it was part of the leveling system, so you'd actually get points for it. Now they always show up over here. I don't really know why. Must not be light enough somewhere. I'll be right there. So anyways, it's a little similar to Man's vs. Machine for Team Fortress 2, and I used to hack it. It wasn't a complicated hack. The hack got shut down after a while. It was updated over and over again, and it became very popular, this hack. And unfortunately, that's one of the downsides to guns, is that people hack guns. The duel, it's more popularly called the duel, I think. That was one of the major problems with it, is there was a lot of hackers. Now, I would never hack in the PvP because people get mad at you. It's no fun for you. You're just running around, you know, in God mode, just running into people, because what the hack did is it made your sword slash like 100 times a second, so where you'd normally have to, and you also didn't need to have your sword equipped. So you would just run around shooting people with your gun, and then you'd get close to them, and then they just die. So I mean, it was not entertaining. That area's fine. I actually want a little area. Alright, let's take another layer off here, I think. But anyways, so that's one of the things I like about Team Fortress 2, though, is there's no hacking. But as I said, I used to hack it, and I'd hack the quests. I'd play them by myself, because the guns is one of those, oh goodness, one of those games similar to Team Fortress 2, but it was a little bit more, you could level yourself very slowly, or if you were good, you could level yourself at a decent speed, but I was never good at it. Like I said, I was always terrible at PvP. So basically, I was leveling really slowly, and I'd be stuck for months with the same gear, and you know, it just wasn't going anywhere for me. So what I'd do is I'd hack the quests single player and go through and then get all the coin and that kind of a thing, and by myself. And it wasn't fun, but I did it for the, you know, the gold points and the experience, so that I could actually move myself forward in the game, seeing as I don't think anyone would mind, because I wasn't ruining the experience of others playing by myself. And then, of course, if I wanted to play by myself, I'd play legit. Or, I mean, with others, I'd play legit. But anyways, this actually looks pretty good. I've kind of babbled on about this for a little bit too long. But, oh well. Nice. Can you repair bows if they have the same enchantments? Oh, no, you lose the enchant. No. Do not want that. So anyways, I started playing the Man vs. Machine. I can't get these. And I like it. I do like it. I'm terrible at Team Fortress 2. I don't know what I'm doing at all. Like when I was just playing, I didn't know what I was doing, and I accidentally Ubered. I think we should do something right here. Maybe like a waterfall into a nice little pool area. That's what I think. We're gonna start that right now. I accidentally Ubered I was a medic trying it out for the first time. Accidentally Ubered a guy, the heavy guy, like 10 seconds before the round was going to start. So it was like over exactly once the round started and the bad guys started showing up. Like that's exactly when the Uber ended. So I remember he looked at me and he did his little like battle cry thing in my face, and I was like, yeah. That gets rid of one inventory space. I was like, yeah, that's my bad, buddy. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so I wish I kind of had more oh, I need that. And I need that. Is a zombie nearby here again? I think there must be caves underneath. Maybe even a spawner. I feel like I hear a lot of them. There's some more cobble. Or well, I guess I should save the gravel, really. Alright. And I do have water on me, so that's nice. And actually, let's go get the mossy cobble. That would look nice in the fountain, along with normal cobble. Or not a fountain, waterfall. But yeah, so I think I'm going to keep playing it. I don't know if I'm going to record it, because, I mean, I feel like the rest of the world would just be angry with me. Like, just, why would they want to watch someone who's learning how to play that game when most other people play it on the side anyways? But I don't know if you want to see it. I'll do it. Oh jeez, oh goodness. Maybe that's where I heard the zombies. I wonder if this is part of the zombie siege right here, because this is the bottom of a house, I believe. Iron ingot. Nice. Alright, I don't really know where the spawner is, to be honest. In the cave system, we'll have to find it. Why not light up the caves while we're at it? Oh, cool. Yeah, maybe let me stop recording until I find it. I'm probably just gonna dig through the village again, but I'll be back. Okay, I found it. And I figured I might as well just leave that open, actually. Hey. Oh, and I remembered while I was looking for this, something else that another reason that I brought up the, hacking. And how I used to do it, and how I know how it's done, and how easy it is, and how the people who hack, I kind of have this image of some guy slaving over the code written by a game company, finding the one loophole, and doing whatever he has to do, and then programming in his own stuff, and then he's the hacker who everyone experiences. But at least in the case for the other game, and maybe the hacking was easier on Guns the Duel, but the people made a website, and it was actually a for money kind of thing. There was a free version. They gave you access to God mode and like 2 other things in the game, and then you could pay for all these other stuff, like looking through walls and all this, and it's supposed to. And one of them gave you early access to the hacking when the one version got patched and everything like that. And basically, what I think the deal was, I'm not sure, but what I think it was that there were these loopholes in the game, and then the game, EG, is the name of the company who develops and runs the game, I believe. IJJI, and I believe that they eventually, or they have their own system, their own, I don't know, program. I'm not really sure how it all works. In their anti-hacking checker thing, similar to how you have to delete meta-imp for when you mod Minecraft, or you used to. I'm not sure if that's changed or anything, but it's the same general idea. It's like, I don't know what meta-imp is for, this could be wrong, but basically the parts that made sure that the game hadn't been tampered with. And that might not be what meta-imp is, I don't know. But basically, for a while, the mod would patch, the hack, would patch so that it wouldn't be caught. And then that went on for a while, and they'd just continuously update that so that it wouldn't be, you would still be allowed to play even once you mod it. It just added in their mod. You just drag and drop the files in there. That's all it was. And after a while, the game updated so that the actual loopholes that the hack was taking advantage of were just gone. So that's why the hack was no longer available. But the reason why I bring this up is because one game that I really, really, really want to play, and that everyone's been playing, and I know people say it's just a fad, but I think that even if it is just a fad, it's a game that I would like. It's DayZ. And I know there's MineZ, and I think I uploaded some MineZ, but it's kind of been put off because I'm right now in an epic life with Andrew and Rob, and we weren't recording, so we need to get together sometime and finish off that life so I can get back to the Evergreen Manor, or Bust series, which turns out to be a crappy series because there's nothing good inside of Evergreen Manor as far as I can tell. So, yeah, but I'd like to record some more MineZ either way. Anyways, as I was saying, DayZ, from what I've seen, there's hackers everywhere. And it's hard, because it's like, on some level I don't mind that, and on some level I do, because people do whatever they want, that's fine. But I was watching footage on a live stream from Pause on Pause, and they kept coming across all these vehicles, and from my understanding is that's supposed to be like a rare thing. You're supposed to be like super excited if you find a vehicle and you can actually get it operational, and these people just spawned with them and didn't. And so that I'm happy that it's getting its own client, or already has its own client, I'm not sure which, but I'm upset that the game is kind of well, that it's I don't know what I'm trying to say. I just started focusing for a second on what I was doing in the Minecraft game and kind of lost my focus on what I was saying. Oops. But this video's gone on a little long. It's been a little bit of talking and not a lot of doing anything important in Minecraft, as a lot of my videos have recently been, I've noticed. What's missing here? You missing? There we go. So, yeah, this village, I just wanted to get back to it. I feel like I said we would be doing a lot of it, and then I only spent a little bit of time on it. So we're going to be beautifying the place up, getting rid of all this long grass stuff, and putting it in with nice, beautiful things like this fountain is going to be. Last thing I want to do before we go here is do this, because that's ugly the way it is with that dirt there. And yeah, so next episode, what will next episode be? I haven't decided yet, really. Might be about the village, might be about something else. Let's see. And yeah, so let me know. I want to know what other people think about hacking, because everywhere you go, you hear about people. You hear that people, you know, oh, there's a hacker there. You know, I don't like hackers and stuff like that. And yet at the same time, there's hackers everywhere you go. So clearly, some people are okay with it because the hackers are okay with it, and I don't know. I'm just curious as to what people's opinions are on it, because I mean, it was fun hacking because it was like I said, I didn't do any of the work. I went onto a website, downloaded a free file, and then started hacking. I mean, it was as simple as that: drag and drop into the directory, and of the the correct spot in the game files, and everything else was done. So, but I'm interested to hear what other people think, because I enjoyed it. It gave me a little bit more power over my experience with the game, because I didn't have to hack, but I could, and when I did hack, things became obviously much easier. It was, I don't know. It was good, and it was kind of like a challenge in the sense that I don't know. I felt like I was doing taking control of the game and making it more my own. Even though I didn't even do any of that coding work, I'm sure that seems like, I don't know. But yeah, I want to know what people think. So I want to know if there's anyone out there who doesn't mind if there's hackers playing the game. If some guy wants to fly around in an invincible helicopter in DayZ, would you care? That kind of thing. I'm interested, so let me know about that. And yeah, so thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed, please show some kind of support. Really appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next episode.